Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today I will going to introduce the course General Psychology. As everyone knows, the course Educational Psychology is given for higher education students, especially freshman students have got the chance to take the course General Psychology. So this course is very important for freshman students. When I start from the course outline, the course title says General Psychology. This course has its own course code, which refers Psych 1011. The course General Psychology has 3 credit hours, which means we will going to meet for 3 hours every week to cover or to finish all chapters which are included or incorporated under the course General Psychology. Okay, saying this, I will pass to a course description. The course General Psychology is designed for university or higher education students to introduce about the concept of psychology, to help you to know the general principles, guidelines of psychology. Besides, it will introduce the theories of psychology, and it is also designed to develop your critical and scientific thinking, which are related with the concept of psychology. Moreover, the course psychology will be able to introduce many of the students about various theories of psychology. Under this course, both historical perspectives and current research practices are described or stated in the course. So generally, the course General Psychology will help you to apply psychological theories in your daily life, in your reading, in your study, as well as for the coming career life. Okay, the other points in the course outline is course objectives. Course objectives are objectives which are expected from our students at the end of this semester or at the end of this course. So, at the end of this course, students are expected to describe the essence of psychology or the nature, the characteristics, the definition of psychology. This is the first general objective I wanted to see or I wanted to get from my students. The other one is students will be able to explain the term sensation and perception, understand learning and learning theories, know the concept of memory and forgetting, understand the concepts, the psychological concepts of motivation and emotion. The other one appreciates human personality or human characteristics, understand the psychological disorder and different techniques we can use to minimize or to treat an individual psychological disorder, describe the goals of life skills, apply intrapersonal and interpersonal skills. Intra means having or showing relationship with our own, and interpersonal skills means a person will communicate with others. The other objective is appreciating academic skills, and finally, students will be able to explain different forms of social skills. These are the objectives, especially the general objectives. You have to know, you have to understand, you have to acquire at the end of this course. When I come down to the course content, as I said before, this course has nearly 11 chapters. Let's list them one by one. The first one is the essence of psychology. The essence means the meaning, the characteristics, the nature, and the overall value of psychology. So under this chapter, you will going to define what is psychology and related concepts. What are the goals of psychology? Psychology has its own goals. For example, if you learn psychology, you can understand your personality, you can understand your behavior, you can also modify your behavior, you can predict about your behavior. These are some of the goals of psychology. The other point is historical background and the major perspectives of psychology. The school of psychology can be categorized or classified into early school of psychology or early thoughts of psychology, modern schools of psychology. Early schools of psychologists are like functionalism, structuralism, Gestalt psychology, psychodynamics. These are some of schools of thought that can be categorized under the old or earlier thoughts of psychology. The other classification is modern or new or contemporary thoughts of psychology. For instance, under this category, we can get psychoanalysis. This is, of course, originally introduced by Sigmund Freud. Behaviorism, humanism, social cultural thoughts of schools, information processing, school of thought. These are some of the new or the contemporary school of thoughts. Anyhow, we will discuss each and every point when we reach on this part. The other thing is the classifications of psychology. Psychology has different branches. So we will see the branches of psychology. For example, psychology can be classified into developmental psychology, social psychology, clinical psychology, counseling psychology, marriage psychology, educational psychology, and so forth. We have nearly 80 branches of psychology. So we will see the branches one by one and the meaning, the difference, the importance of each branch of psychology. The last points under chapter 1 is research methodologies in psychology. Like other disciplines, psychology also uses or employs different psychological, research methods. For instance, in psychology, We can use experimental research, correlational research, descriptive research. These are some of the scientific research methods we can apply or we can use to study or to investigate the personality, the characteristics of an individual. The next chapter is chapter 2. It deals with sensation and perception. Under this chapter, we will see the meaning of sensation and perception. What is sensation? Sensation means gathering information by using our sense organs. For example, I can get information by hearing, or by seeing, or by tasting, or by touching. These are the sense organs. So, sensation means let an individual gathers or collect information by using his or her sense organs. So we will see also sensory threshold, sensory adaptation. Sensory threshold means it is the minimum level of sensing and stimulus. That is known as what? Sensory threshold. The other one is sensory adaptation, adapting a certain stimulus. We will see the clarification and the explanation of this topic. The other issue is perception. Perception means let we give meaning for the information. As I said, you can gather or you can collect information by using your sense organs or our sense organs. After that, that information will be processed and will have their own meaning. So the process of making meaning about the information is known as what? Perception. So perception and sensation are important to the individual to understand their environment, to grasp their environment, to survive in that specific environment, and they are also very important to develop our intellect or intelligence. So under perception, we will see the types of perception like selective perception, form perception, depth perception, perceptual consistency, and perceptual illusion. Selectivity of perception means we select a particular information and give meaning for that specific data or information. This is known as what? Selective perception. Of course, selective perception requires attention. When we give attention for something, we can selectively give meaning or interpretation for that specific information. The other one is form perception. We form different data by making connection, by making pattern, or by making relationship. That's known as what? Form perception. Depth perception is a type of perception we try to understand or we try to give meaning for each detail or each information. As this label, we interpret in depth or in detail. That's the meaning of depth perception. Perceptual consistency refers that an individual may feel that something is stable, something is constant, something is unchangeable. If we have such kind of understanding, that is referring to perceptual consistency, or perceptual stability. The last one is perceptual illusion. Illusion refers that the meaning we give for a certain data may have discrepancies or differences, or unable to give exact interpretation. That is perceptual illusion. Okay, the next chapter is chapter 3. This chapter has consisted of learning and theories of learning. As you know, human beings and animals have a potential to learn new environments. So this chapter deals with the characteristics and the principles of learning, the definition of learning. Learning can be defined as it is a relatively permanent change of a behavior through practice, through experience. So we human beings, including animals, can learn through experience, through practice. So this practice, this experience will help us to bring new behavior, to show new behavior. Anyhow, we will see the meaning, the characteristics of learning, the principles of learning, and different factors that influence or affect the learning process, theories of learning, and how to apply these theories practically in our life. For example, we will see the behavioral theory of learning, social learning theory, and cognitive learning theory. Behavioral learning theory focuses on human behavior is observable and measurable. That is one principle of behavioral theories. According to this theory, they believe that human beings or animals can modify their behavior, their characteristics, their personality through experience, through practice. So we will see who were the scientists produced behavioral theory or introduced behavioral theory, the characteristics of behavioral theory, the implication, we will see. Social learning theory, it is a theory which was formulated by Albert Bandura. According to this theory, an individual or a person can learn from others by observation or through modeling. In the other way around, modeling means copying. Just by observing others, we can learn new behavior, new skill. That is the concept of social learning theory. The last one is cognitive learning theory. Cognitive means mind, internal thinking. So to bring behavioral change, to bring learning, to bring a certain change, our mind, our cognition has valuable contribution for behavioral change and behavioral modification. Okay, when we pass to chapter 4, chapter 4 deals with memory and forgetting. As you know, we human beings have our own memory. We collect information in our mind. On the other hand, we may fail and we may face forgetting. So we will see what is memory, what is the meaning of memory, What are the processes of memory, like sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. We put information in our memory through 3 steps. So we will see the structure and the states of human memory, factors that affect human memory, what is forgetting. Forgetting means completely or partially lose the information we have collected because of different reasons. So we will see the meaning of forgetting, the concepts of forgetting, theories which are formulated in the area of forgetting, and what are the mechanisms or the techniques we can use to improve our memory. So as a student, you have to develop your memory. If your memory is good, you will score good grade. So we will also focus on this chapter. Chapter 5 deals with motivation and emotion. We will see the meaning of motivation or the definition and the types of motivation. Motivation means it is an energy or it is a force that drives us certain direction to achieve, to obtain something. There are different types of motivation, internal motivators, external motivators. We will see. Approaches of motivation, conflicts of motivation and frustration, about emotion, definitions of emotion, and theories of emotion. Chapter 6 has explaining personality. What is the meaning of personality? What are the types of personality? What are explained about personality in relation to different theories like psychoanalytic theories, trait theory, humanistic theory. So we will see what are explained, what are stated, what are discussed about personality in terms of different theories or in terms of different perspectives. Chapter 7 deals with psychological disorder and treatment techniques. What are the nature of psychological disorders? What is the meaning of disorder? What are the causes of psychological disorder according to different perspectives? The first one is biological perspective. Biological means it is natural, hereditary based, or genetic related factors. The psychological perspective, how far psychology is a source of disorder. The types of psychological disorders and the mechanisms or the techniques of treating or solving or minimizing the psychological disorders of a person or an individual. The other chapter is introduction of life skills, nature and definition of life skills. What is life skills? What are the major components of life skills? What are the goals of life skills? These are the contents we will cover under this chapter. Chapter 9 describes the intrapersonal and interpersonal skills. Intrapersonal means the relationship I have with myself. It is self-related personal skill. For instance, can I understand myself? Who am I? That is my performance. What do I feel about something? So, a feeling, a skill of managing myself is known as what? Intrapersonal. On the other hand, interpersonal means the relationship between many people. The relationship between us, between you and me. The relationship between one student to other students. So, whether it is intra or interpersonal, we have to have a skill. We need both of them to get quality life. So under this chapter, we will see self-concept and self-awareness. Self-concept means it is related with self-image. It is the image about myself, or it is the image I have about myself is known as what? Self-concept. Similarly, self-awareness means understanding myself. Am I good? Am I higher performer? Am I clumsy? Am I smart? Who am I? How far I understand myself? That is self-awareness. Self-esteem, self-confidence. Self-esteem means it is the level of understanding myself and my value. Am I valuable for my family? Am I valuable for my community? Really? Am I needed in this community? Have I self-confidence when I live with others? What is the confidence level about myself? Am I confident enough? Am I afraid? Am I ashamed of? What is the feeling I have? That is self-confidence. Self-control. How far? I control myself. I control my feeling. I control my interest. Anger management. How can I manage my behavior, my anxiety level, my angerness? That is known as what? Anger management. And emotional intelligence and managing emotions. We human beings have special emotions. Our emotions also differ from one person to another person. How can we manage this emotion? Emotion is very important. If I have positive emotion, I can communicate, I can interact with others. To the reverse, or in contrary, if my emotion is negative, it may be difficult to survive. It will be very difficult to exist in the given environment. So emotional intelligence is one of a valuable intelligence to survive smoothly in the given culture or in the given society. We will also discuss the concepts of stress, the coping mechanisms, the techniques, resilience, critical and creative thinking, problem-solving skills, and decision-making skills. Chapter 10 discusses academic skills like time management, note-taking and course study skills, examination, quiz, test-taking skills, test anxiety and overcoming test stress, goal setting, and career development skills. You are a student, so students need to know academic skills, how to manage time, how to read books, how to manage anxiety, especially during exam period, how to create or how to develop or how to set personal goals, reading goals, academic goals, and how to prepare yourself for the future world of work or career development. These are these such kind of points will be discussed in chapter 10. The last chapter is social skills. Social skills are skills that help us to interact with others. So we will see and define what is culture, how to understand cultural diversity, the relationship between gender and social inclusion, interpersonal communication skills, social influence, peer or friend pressures, assertiveness. Assertiveness means a person can explain his feeling, his emotion, his idea clearly and precisely without any fear. So assertiveness is also one important skill you have to develop. You have to be assertive. You have to explain your feeling, your emotion. Conflict and conflict resolution, teamwork, and finally overcoming different risky behavior. Risky behavior are behaviors which affect your personality. For example, taking drug, doing unsafe sex, insulting others, theft, lying. These are some of risky behavior that may be manifested by some students. So we have to avoid such kind of behavior. So overall, these are the contents which are found under the course general psychology. So these contents are valuable for every discipline. So all students, especially freshman students, have the probability of taking this course, this content, and they can apply in their department, in their life, and in their future work. Okay, when I come to the modes of delivery to teach or to provide the above contents, we will use these methods like lecture method, demonstration method, gap lecture method, brainstorming method. Brainstorming means just thinking, thinking and producing new idea about something. Recapping and summarizing information, discussion. It can be group discussion or it can be peer discussion. Coaching and facilitating, blended approach. Sometimes I use direct lecturing. Sometimes I use online learning or YouTube learning or using digital approach. Such kind of method is known as what? Blended learning method. And self-directed learning, I will give you assignments, I will give you reading materials, I will give you different home tech assignments. Then you can learn, you can study by yourself. That's known as what self-directed learning. We call it as self-directed, self-programmed learning. In the absence of the teacher, in the absence of the colleagues, you can learn by yourself at your dormitory, at your home, wherever it is, you can study by yourself. That is referring to self-directed learning. Finally, I will use also YouTube to assist your study. I will try to prepare different YouTube contents and provide through digital approach. So by using YouTube, you can support your understanding about the course, general psychology. The other point of this introduction is about evaluation method. What are the approaches we will follow to evaluate the teaching learning process? Eventually, students will assess using final examination. Final examination will have out of 50%, 5-0. You will have mid-term examination out of 25. You will have quiz or test out of 10, and assignment out of 10, classroom participation out of 5. At the classroom level, everybody should come to the class, and besides, you will be active participants. We don't need to see passive students. If you are passive, you will not learn anymore. So I need, or I would like to advise you to be active participants during our lesson. So finally, it will be added out of 100 and converted into grades A, B, C, D, and F. The other thing which is expected from you during our course is honesty and avoiding cheating. If students are expected to exhibit highest level of ethical and professional behavior, that's good. So that is academic honesty. I need, or I want to see my students to be honest, to be ethical in the classroom. And it is totally forbidden just making cheating and plagiarizing. Cheating is totally not allowed in the academic area. Copying or making plagiarizing is not also allowed. Don't copy from others. If you do cheating and plagiarism, you will be completely get or rejected, or you will have a fail grade, a fail mark. In our class or in this course, a minimum, a person should attend 80% of the class, and during the assessment activities, in the final examination, in the mid-examination period, during assignment, quiz, you have to participate 100%. Otherwise, it would be difficult to pass the course. Okay, finally, I put or I list down 9 references which will help your reading, your understanding about the course General Psychology. So you can read the book Bandra, The title is Social Cognitive Theory for Personal and Social Change. The second book is somehow similar with the first one. The other one, Essentials of Psychology. You can also read about this. You can read also these books to develop your understanding in relation to general psychology. You can read Cross-Cultural Psychology. It is formulated by Berry. You can read also a self-teaching guide or a book of psychology written by Bruno, Introduction to Psychology, Kuhn and his colleagues. You can also read Feldman and his colleagues' book. Its title is Essentials of Understanding Psychology. And the last one is Introduction to Psychology. These are some of the books you may get or you may access those books in a library. In addition to these books, you can also find from electronics books from the internet. Today we are living in a digital world. You can get so many books in the internet. You can find different books from the internet, and you can expand your reading, your understanding about the course General Psychology. Hopefully, this course has very interesting chapters, and the course General Psychology focuses on human behavior, human personality, and we can get valuable concepts, theories, which will help our departments, our courses, and our life and social relationship. So this is what I have for today. Next time we will start the first chapter, which is the essence of psychology. I'm very happy to be here and ready to teach you the course General Psychology, because as I told you, psychology is very interesting discipline in relation to other courses, because it gives information about our personality, about our mind, about our own feeling, emotion, behavior. So hopefully you will love this course and you will appreciate the course, and eventually everybody will apply psychological theories, psychological concepts in your walk of life. Okay, thank you for today.